Sagittarius Ascendant, Sagittarius Rising. This is your March 2020 video. I'm going to talk about the full moon that happens right at the beginning of March. I'm going to give you the degrees and the dates, and I'm going to explain what that's going to feel like, because at the very opposite end of the full moon, we're going to have the sun, as we always do, but we're also going to have the planet Neptune. Neptune is going to be very interesting, folks. This is a time of great awareness. This is a time of intuitive awareness. This is a time of strange moods. So right here, right now, we're going to dip deep into all astrology. All right. Neptune lets us feel intuitively. All right. Neptune is the ethereal realm. It is information that comes through, but it's not into the 3D. It's not in the hard, tangible stuff. It's not in the material world. So it's somehow, I know something, even though it's not something that I can, it's not concrete, but yet I know it. How do I know it? That is Neptune. So when the sun and Neptune get together, we have a heightened awareness, okay? Heightened awareness, I'm going to give you examples of how this could look in your life, and I'm also going to tell you where specifically this happens in your life so that you can recognize it as it's happening and be prepared. Because when we have a heightened awareness, it's not just in general a heightened awareness of ourselves. More specifically, this is a heightened awareness of other folks' energy, what someone else is feeling. Now, depending upon what someone is feeling, this could be great or it could be not so great. So here we go. Mood swings, strange moods, strange dreams, information, feelings in dreams, intuitively merging with another's energy, with their emotions and what they're feeling. Sagittarius Ascendant, Sagittarius Rising. Your Piscean energy is in your 4th house, all right? There's been a lot of focus on this Pisces stuff because this is where the Mercury has been retrograding. And Mercury going backwards into Aquarius and then going forward again. There is a moment of clarity, that window that I gave in the February videos, and this still exists. However, this period right here that I'm about to talk about is the darkness right before the light, right? It's just like right before the sun rises. What is the darkest time of the day? The moment before the sun rises. This is the same thing. So if we break this down and look at it energetically by piece, right? We explicate each thing, we'll have clarity. We'll see it as it's happening, and we won't be so crazy confused. We'll be like, okay, this is that. So for Sag, this is happening in your home, all right? So if you have a roommate, if you're married, if you have children, if you have people who live with you that aren't blood related, right? If you live alone, what would that mean you're picking up on? Be a lot of things. So let's understand this a little bit better. Merging with another's emotions. Piscean energy. Pisces is the chameleon, all right? Which is Neptune. The word Neptune, I use the word Pisces, they're one and the same. Okay. Pisces is the planet that rules the sign. Neptune is the planet that rules the sign Pisces. Neptune helps us to just have a knowing because it's energetic information, emanations that come through. When the sun gets on top of Neptune, what is the sun? The sun is our vitality. The sun is how we shine. It's how we express. Think of the sign of Leo, right? The sun rules that sign. The sun is our vitality. And it's our strength. It's our laughter. In the 5th house, Leo, right? Ruled by the sun. It's how we have a good time. It's how we get physically busy with our bodies. And that could be good time with our bodies is merging with another's energy. All right. So this can lend to having a really nice, if we're hooking up at this time, this could be really beneficial. However, my alert is still there that for folks, Venus and Mars are definitely on separate paths right now. So don't even bother. Don't even bother, because that's just beating your head against the wall. You're not going to get anywhere. Okay. Just keep yourself sane and don't even think about that. But at the same time, Neptune will allow you to feel what that other person is feeling. Okay. It will give you this clarity. It will create a merging. Okay. Because the chameleon, all right, that's the Pisces energy, Neptune, that chameleon goes into an environment, and so it can stay safe and not get eaten, it takes on the qualities, traits, and characteristics of the environment, okay? That way it doesn't stand out, okay? That way if it doesn't stand out, it doesn't get any attention. If it doesn't get any attention, it just kind of becomes everything else that's around until the coast is clear. And that is what this is. Having this can be a great time of bringing more understanding to folks, you know, especially if we're talking about people that are married, because we're talking about this all happening in your home. So if you're married to somebody, or if you just have people that you live with that you're not married to, it will give clarity to what they're feeling, to what they're going through. Therefore, you have an increase in empathy. This is a great energy to help folks out. It's a great energy to volunteer. It's a great energy for charity. Okay, now this isn't very long. This moves pretty fast, actually. However, it will be happening at 18 degrees in Pisces. So find out where's 18 degrees Pisces in your chart. See, is this happening in your fourth house? Depending upon the degrees, it could possibly, hi Z little girl, hi Zoe. It could possibly occur in your third house. It could possibly be occurring in your fifth house. It just depends on where those 18 degrees are. So in general though, if it is happening in your home, also realize other than being your physical home, it is the fourth house represents your emotional home. That is your inner world, all right, your inner sanctuary. So for some, that's literally just our bedroom. For some, that's the entire house. For some, it has nothing to do with what's in the physical world. It represents their inner emotional world here, right? Their sacred space between their head and their heart, and the combination of those. Don't eat my wires. So at this time, when you're picking up on others' feelings and others' emotions, you might need to set up borders and boundaries that are healthy for you. Okay, and you might want to do some energetic work in advance. And if you don't understand what that is, or if you need help to clarify any of these things, just comment and I will help you to work through that and to understand what you can do in the home. I'm a huge sager. Like I sage 24/7, especially right now with the out of bounds Mars. There's just a lot of super intense energy, and it could go wrong really fast. It could snap off at an instant. And I, you know, nobody wants that, right? I don't want it. And, you know, nobody wants to receive that. So I'm big on saging. And so there's different ways to do that. My way isn't your way and doesn't have to be. So this in your home means don't be surprised if that occurs, where there's a merging. She's trying to rip my Post-its down. Now, also, I need to talk about Neptune on top of the sun on top of Neptune. There is a resistance that lowers. Your resistance level to substances at this time occurs, okay? It also means that because Neptune is on your sun, your vitality, and it's literally blocking the rays of your light, what happens is our sense of self diminishes. And when our sense of self diminishes, that is why we're picking up the emanations from others. So we get a greater sense of who somebody else is and less of who we are. Now, this is key when I bring in the full moon energy. The full moon happens at the exact opposite of the sun. That's always a full moon. When the moon gets to the opposing side, okay, that's in Virgo, and this is happening at 19 degrees and 37 minutes. So after the sun gets off of Neptune, it moves to 1937, and the moon happens to be there at 1937 at the opposite end of your chart. So this would be in your 10th house. This is career. This is the house, the placement of your goals, your ambitions. This is the place where you express your best. All right. Now, having the moon there means you may be more discouraged at this time in matters of, well, I still haven't done that yet. I always wanted to do this. This is a long project I've been working on, and I haven't been making any headway. I haven't been having any successes. So there may be a moment of feeling very discouraged. It's also a time combined, you know, with this great opposition with the sun and the Neptune thing happening, of having feelings that are easily bruised right now. And so this is important because this could happen at work as well. It might not simply just be, you know, in my head, my goals, hopes, and aspirations, but it also may be professionally. I would have to look at your chart specifically, but go by the degrees of the moon, 1937 Virgo, and find out, do you have a planet there? That's what you're going to want to know, because then that will let you know how strongly this is going to express for you. If there's a planet, every time there's a planet, that means added energy. Okay, that's what that means. Now the sun and Neptune opposing are going to move fast. This is going to break up fast, and then this is going to lead us into the time of clarity. So that's why I was trying to explain the moment of darkness before the moment of lightness, of brightness, of clarity, because then we have March 10th, Mercury moves direct. She's going forward. She's still in the Aquarian energy. She's thinking a little bit clearer. The sun is pulling away from Neptune. You know, it's not at 18 or 19. It's now at 20, 21 degrees. The sun and the Mercury are far apart. So Mercury actually is getting a little bit of help because she's still in Aquarius at this point. So between the 10th and the 14th, the sign and the advice for clarity is still here. All right. If you have any other questions, just look me up through the comments and I'll help you out. Hope this has helped, Sag Risings. Bye-bye.